There you go. All right. Welcome back. The Nosebleed section is our final and official 2024 NFL mock draft. I'm your host, as always, the Armchair GM. I am joined by my host, as always. What's going on?
Yes, sir. And I am the mock draft menace, locked in today.
I see
NBA
you
playoffs, but I mean, also
got the big
the
hoodie on.
last one in. Yeah, it's about to be some goon business going on out here.
I see. I see.
Yes, sir.
My Nets didn't do too much this
Listen,
year.
y'all had like a solid 2, 3, 4 years where y'all was in and we was out. So
Yeah.
the world is perfectly balanced as far as I'm concerned. The force has to balance somehow, somehow.
Man, it's gonna be a while before we're back. So goodness.
I don't know. You listen to Sean Marks, y'all might be back sooner rather than later. We'll see.
Yeah. Brett doesn't seem to think so, but
Oh well.
we
Brett always
we'll
has
see.
a negative attitude about everything. We'll see. It's
Sometimes he
not very
definitely
optimistic.
does. Anyway, we're back with our final mock before next week's NFL draft. Thursday night. Chaos is going to ensue, and we cannot wait for it. So we're going to make our own form of chaos. I'm sure you see as he has his hoodie on, he's all about all the smoke. We got over here with Darth Vader today. He's about to cause a whole bunch of chaos. And I'm gonna just go on for the ride. We see what you got cooked up tonight. I got what are we doing? Odds and evens again. I got evens. Mm, so I'll be taking all the even picks, and Jay will be taking all the odd picks. I'm sure we're gonna screw up some of his plans, but we'll see how he just counters it. So we're gonna jump
Pretty much.
right
Pretty
into it. You know how it goes.
much. Of course.
If I could find, I always got like 1,000 tabs up. Goodness gracious. All right. And I'm not going to make I'm going to share. I'm not going to make the mistake. I'm talking like I shared the screen. Like last time. Goodness gracious. All right. One round. We'll go fast. Don't matter. All the picks. And we are entering the draft. All right.
Now, the thing I noticed with this though is that you can't trade multiple picks whenever you do this because of the fact that we're only doing one round mocks. I noticed that last time I was messing with this, so I'm just gonna try and explain some of the stuff as much as I can, but we'll see. Starting off, this is just chalk. We know, he knows, the whole world knows at this point. Caleb Williams, number 1 to Chicago. We
Sounds
already
good.
know.
Sounds good. All right. So I'm back on the board with pick 2. And it's a little interesting. You see the news came out the past couple of days, just as far as Jaden Daniels, not really like I guess how he was treated when he was over with Washington. And everybody talking about him and his lawyer, the representatives all put out information and everything as far as like being treated in a group with all the other quarterbacks and wanting to have that, I guess, that one-to-one time and just kind of
Yeah.
I guess feel like you're treated special. You know what I'm saying? Like you're being courted, like you really want to be there. So I don't
But I
know
also,
if he wants to be there, to be honest.
I think Adam Scheffner kind of put it in a very, hate to say it, colonizer kind of way. It's like, well, you can't control where you go. Whoever team picks you, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, y'all wasn't saying that to Eli when he did it, but we're not going to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you. I'm coming for all the smoke. Don't sit up here. Listen, you know who my quarterback is. You know who my quarterback is. We out here for all the controversy.
Listen, we talked about this before in length for a little bit, talking about as far as it's different. These players have control now. Like,
Yeah,
look how Neighbors is acting. Look how people are already like, oh, look at how this guy's already acting. Like, don't know if I want this. Like, some of these people are doing it for a reason because they wanted to
same
turn
thing
some
with
of these.
AD Mitchell. AD Mitchell apparently, like, he has an effort thing. He has diabetes. He has all this other stuff going on that's coming out a week before the draft. Like,
Yeah,
this stuff should have been out like combine.
Yeah, like how
Like,
did
this
you not
was
know?
known
How did you
from a
not
combine.
know that AD Mitchell had diabetes this whole time?
Yeah,
Like,
like, come
so
on
then
now.
they're talking about like how because he has diabetes, and when his blood sugar is low, he turns into a real asshole, just a bad person, and you don't want to be
I'm like,
around him, and
fam,
he's immature, like all this stuff coming out when his blood sugar is low. Like you didn't know about this until about 5 days before the draft. Like it don't make sense. I mean, I know some people like one of my guys is a Raiders fan, not Raiders fan, a Ravens fan, and he was talking about he would love to get AD Mitchell because I believe Mark Andrews has the same thing. I believe Mark Andrews.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he was like having somebody like Mark Andrews could be a big help to AD Mitchell just as far as being a mentor, just being like, like this is something that you need to, do, and you have to, just take care of yourself, and do it for the betterment of yourself, and it helps you, helps the team, everything. So he was talking about something like that potentially, but again, things like this, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a smoke screen because the guy has a medical condition, but like to me, it's like, how do you not know this thing
I
exists?
don't know if it's that it wasn't known. I'm just like, why is it being released now?
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
a
Though,
week
like,
before the draft. Why is it being released now?
right,
That's my
like,
whole thing.
yeah, like, pick two. Because we're already going off on tangents. Um, See, this is tough because I don't know if I want to go Jaden. Like, I want to just because we're talking about it's a decent pick, blah blah whatever. But I'm honestly, I've heard things about Drake, and I know their new GM Adam Peters is supposedly a huge JJ McCarthy fan. So I don't know. Like, along with what's going to come out this week about Jaden not wanting to be there, all this stuff surrounding Drake May and everything, and as far as them loving him and everything, I think I want to go Drake May, honestly, just because that's why I want to go there at this point.
Huh.
Like, yeah, is he the best quarterback to me on the board? No, but I think he fits well, and I also just believe that there's something up to this whole Jaden Daniels story, and I think that it's gonna kind of cause a stir, and he's just gonna be like, I don't want to be here, like. So I'm gonna change it up a little bit already. Here's your trade. Mm-hmm.
And here we go.
Okay, Joker. Okay.
For this one, I think this kind of works out perfectly. And if you look at the draft value chart, it's going to be very difficult for some teams to move up to 3. But um, with Minnesota and New England now coming out saying that they are open to trading 3, I'm actually going to predict that Minnesota trades up here and
Okay.
gives their 2 first-round picks and a future second to kind of balance it out.
So we got the Patriots and the Vikings.
Yes, sir.
Why don't I see Minnesota? Where's Minnesota? Am
Because
I
they're
blind?
they're next to them to the left.
Ah. Oh. Minnesota is trading to. I hope they guys. I might have to switch it around because they be doing that crap. They be
And I
trying
guess you can give them the future third
this one.
since they don't have a second. You give them a future third.
Okay. Good for you.
Actually, you know what? Bump that. Give them the future first too. 3 first. They said they wanted 3 first. They're getting 3 first.
There you go. Okay. This good for
Yep.
you?
Yep.
There you go. All right.
And I'm gonna actually have Minnesota taking JJ McCarthy here.
Woo-hoo.
Pure bloody chaos. And the reason why I think this sets up an interesting scenario because I know the Raiders love Jaden Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if this were to happen, I 100% think the Raiders would then call Arizona and try and move up. But I think this one would then turn into like hate to say it, maybe a 3-team race to move up. Because I think then the Giants would be very interested in moving up 2 spots. You would have the Raiders being very interested in moving up. And then you would have who's the other team? It's the Raiders, the Giants, and the Broncos. The Broncos would be interested in moving up.
I like it. I mean, look at we could put it in. If you want to put it in, let's put it in.
I mean, again, you're at 4, so you can tell me what value you think would make the most sense here. Because again, if I look at the draft value chart, the number 4 pick is 1,800 points, right?
Okay.
And if the Raiders were to trade their first, their second, and their third this year, it would bring them up to 1,815. Now, I would say probably add another future second, or what you would do is probably two first, like this year's first, next year's first, and the second this year for Arizona to move down. Because there's a there's obviously it's a quarterback price. There's a quarterback premium.
Definitely is.
So that's what I'm saying. So you would have to pay more. I didn't look too much into the Giants because I thought you were going to screw me at 2 to kind of mess this one up for me. So I don't really know what the Giants, in terms of value, let's see. If that pick 18, the Giants giving up 6 would be 1,600 points. And then you guys have a third?
4. We have a second and a third.
I would say maybe that and like a third. I'm trying to see. Yeah. 240.
Listen, if it was 4 for 6 and 70 for Jaden, I would do it in a heartbeat.
No, because it's going to be something else.
I would do it in a heartbeat. But what's 70? What's the point value of 70?
240.
That's 240 points.
Yeah, but there's a quarterback tax, and we all know that there's a quarterback tax.
So we did 670, and I'd say either a 2025 second or a third.
I would say a 2025 third would be the mathematical, like, logical one, but a 2024 second would be like, if you want to sweeten the pot and you really want to go and just get this and get Jaden, then like that to me gets it done. That
like
to me
you
gets
said,
it done.
Like you said, I think it would be a bidding war between us, the Raiders, but I think the Raiders would have to give up like four picks, 5 picks. We're almost talking.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I'm saying, they would probably have to do this year's first, next year's first, this year's second, and probably next year's second or next year's third.
It'd have to give up a lot, but
yeah. But so I mean, at 4, it's really up to you.
But I'm gonna do see, it's been rejected. See, that's the thing. I don't know how you managed to reject it when we control both teams. It makes 0 sense to me, but the trade's going through.
So that's the one that's the one you definitely want.
See, like how's it go through? How's it rejected when we owe both
You have
teams?
to do it in reverse.
I literally thought I just did that. Cardinals with the Giants. 4, 6, 70. And next year, third. Proposed, confirmed, rejected.
That's crazy.
Like
I didn't know that
and we own both teams. We own all the teams. Yeah. So how is that possible?
The thing.
I'm gonna just give them whatever they want at this point. We making this trade happen. Is this really how we're gonna do me? Oh, is this really how we're gonna do me? Because I'm gonna give you the farm if that's what you really want.
We only doing 1 round.
Yeah, it's like you think you about just, you know what, then? That's how you feel?
Would say 4. I would probably say 4, like 90 or something.
Say less. Yo, what? How does that happen?
I don't know. And that's the thing. I don't know why this would even stop you from doing stuff like this, but whatever.
Yeah. Especially when you have control of every single team.
Yeah. What are you doing, PFN? That's stupid.
And again, who would turn down this trade?
I think, again, you probably have to give more on Arizona's side.
I mean, like, that makes 0 sense. Okay, well, let's try the Raiders.
You're going to
I was say if somehow, some way this goes through, this makes 0 sense. 4 for what do you think? 13.
13. 2 1s and 2 2s.
This.
Yes.
Bruh, I don't understand that.
This is why I mean some of these mock draft simulators make no sense.
How are you telling me the trade is rejected when I'm controlling all the teams?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
All right. Well, since
that didn't go according to plan at all.
Bruh. What? Just take David. Go ahead. Like, I don't. What? not editing this out. I'm not editing it out. I'm not like
The New York bias is crazy.
yo. How did
The New York bias is crazy.
they want him in the NFC? That's what it was.
That's
It
what it
was
was.
in the NFC. That is wow.
That is wild.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, you saw it first here. Nosebleed
Yep.
section. That is
That's crazy.
all right. Your turn. Your pick.
So I also low key think that this is also a trade out. The question is with who, and I need to like go down and look to see who is. That is where it's difficult because there isn't really a team that would want to trade up to 5. I'm assuming for a receiver.
Okay. What are you thinking? To see the
That's
wheels turn.
my biggest thing is that like I feel like with everything that's available right now, I know for a fact that the Chargers want to trade out. That much I know. The Chargers do definitely want to trade out. The question is, who are they trading out with? Like, who would actually come up for something that's not a quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
That is where it's difficult. And since I'm looking, and there really isn't a dance partner to come up to 5.
Oh Lord.
I'm just gonna have the Chargers take Marvin Harrison Jr. here.
God, you suck. You suck.
I'm sorry to do it to you.
You suck.
I'm just gonna take. I mean, again, there is an argument for Joe Alt, but I think that because they've lost so much talent at the receiver position.
Yeah, do
Just
me like that.
no explanation.
I couldn't get Jaden. I couldn't get Jaden. I couldn't get Marv. Can't give me nothing. Go ahead. Just remember you're on the clock at 10. Just remember that.
I understand. Listen, this is not even like on purpose. It's just it makes too much sense to me.
Let me go see who the worst kicker is ranked. Tip pick looking real nice right now.
The thing is with the Titans is, again, I feel like Joe Alt's been there the whole time. But I do know that I kept hearing that the Titans want to get like quicker. They want to get more offense going. They want to do more. And I think with the Titans, they may have a second round pick. Do they? I think they do.
I think this is the lineman pick all the way. I don't think this is anything else but a lineman pick. Like,
here's my thing. They have such an early second round pick.
You got
like.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, yeah, you have your pick of the offensive lineman, but you also have. You don't really. Well, again, they got Calvin Ridley too. They just paid Calvin Ridley $90.
And
So
D-Hop and Traylon.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go with Joe Alt here. It makes way too much sense.
Yeah.
And plus, I don't think Tennessee really thought that he was gonna get here anyway. So
no, me either. I thought they were probably gonna be like, oh, we're gonna take, either Fwanga or even like we said last week, like a Latham or something like that, just because like I know they want more ground and pound mauler type.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we had him drop crazy last time, but I'm gonna just take him here because the Falcons always seem to be searching for edge rushers.
Again, I think this is also a situation where there might be. I think the at 8, like if it shakes out this way, I think at 8, then you can really start to see teams like Jacksonville calling to try and get up, to try to get on Odunze.
I can see it.
How much would that cost at this point? Cause where are you? 17 is 950. 13 minus 950. 200.
This guy's over here in the lab right now researching. He's got
Yeah.
trade values. He's got pick values and everything. Oh my goodness. Depending on where you go, I pretty much have already locked in who I'm giving you. So I mean, you probably already
Okay,
know.
that's fine. I think I'm gonna have Jacksonville trade up with the Bears.
Ooh, okay. We got a trade.
And I'm gonna give them
Chicago. So we got
1796
and
153
for 9.
Yeah.
Let's see if it works. It's been rejected.
Y'all some hoes.
Let's try it the other way. Hold on. Let's see. Chicago. Because usually they'd be like, okay, if you're the team that's there, you're trying to trade down and give that extra. So you said 1796 153.
Yeah.
Let's see. For 9. There you go.
And I'm gonna have Jacksonville take Romo Dunze here.
There you go. All right. All right. Rounding up the top 10, I'm the Jets. I am your team today. And I'm looking at
you really an asshole for that one. I get it. You're hurt. I understand. You're hurt. I get it.
I'm just hurt because how did I just offer these guys an entire draft if they didn't take him for Jaden? Like,
listen, I didn't write that.
No, I
didn't write it. You don't blame me.
What is this? Like, I offered you pick 6 into my whole 2025 draft for one pick, and you were like, "Nah, I'm good, fam." Like, it's like the value's not there, bro. Like,
but I'm gonna offer you lower value from different people. Sure, let's go.
Yeah, I'll offer you 13 and like a next pick next year. Oh, perfect. Like, yo, what? Like, they just didn't play. They just didn't want Jaden in NFC. That's all it was. Oh,
God.
You guys, for you guys, it's really a 2-horse race. I'm not giving you Olu. To me, it's between Bowers or Fonga at this point. Like,
I mean, again, I the only alternative I can look at is you look at teams that are trying to move up for Shanu. And to me, my brain immediately goes to the Saints, possibly. I could see Denver trying to move up to get Bowers because entertain me here. Even though, again, you could take a quarterback at 11. You could if you wanted to. Or if Bowers is there, you now have like an actual elite weapon. And you can take a guy in the second. Or you can move back, like say if Penix drops, you can move back into the first round.
I don't see in the first round yet. I literally just got that notification earlier today that Penix is a first round lockdown.
This is what I'm saying. So it's like if there's a situation where like the Patriots can trade back into the first to go and get Penix, that's a thing. But even if he does, who the hell is he throwing to?
Yeah.
So Denver, I'm like, it looks like the Patriots might take a quarterback or a weapon. So like Denver might want to trade up.
Who are the Patriots receivers right now?
Your gym teacher, your janitor, guard.
Wild. Kendrick Bourne. Am I on the roster? Yeah, I am. Kendrick Bourne, Booty, Demario, Luther, KJ Osborne, Rager, Smith Schuster, Tyquan Thornton. Okay. And then tight ends, you got Hooper and Hunter Henry. Hmm.
And then again, you also have the Colts that could trade up for a corner because definitely somebody on. Okay, well,
Just yeah,
that's fine.
yeah. It's just
I wouldn't hate the pick. I want
no.
a second
I
round
mean,
pick,
that's
but I
been
would.
your guy for the longest time, and it makes sense.
Yeah,
We've had this conversation
but
many
I'm
times.
I'm looking at a situation where like if I can trade back and get him and get a second round pick, yeah, I'd do that. Hell yeah.
Okay, where are you
Um.
going?
So, and the Patriots have the 2 picks from the Vikings, correct?
Yes.
They do. They do. I'm going to give them Brock Bowers.
It's gonna be a very interesting tight end room
It is, but like you ain't got no receivers, so.
because
Ooh, I'm dumb. I should have given him Brian Thomas. I just thought it. I probably should have given him Brian Thomas.
it's
That's
very
me.
interesting because they like you like they have what's it called? They have like I said, they have Hooper, they have Henry, they already have and who else? Yeah, they already have Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper. So shoot, adding Bowers to that, like 3 tight end weapons, which I mean it's the Patriots thing and they love to do tight end, so it makes sense
Yeah.
to a point.
Not to mention you don't really have at this point a quarterback, so you know.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I mean, you have pick 23 to correct that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm on the Broncos. Let's see. A quarterback, defensive tackle, receiver, an edge, and a corner. Let's see. Hmm. I know it's funny because they're this earlier. What was it? Yesterday or 2 days ago, they were just talking about moving on or potentially trading Patrick Surtain, and now everybody's trying to link that to the Giants. Like, yo, you
Mm-hmm.
trade, 12, 12 a next year pick. I think it was 12 next year second or something like that, and Surtain to the Giants for like pick 6, something like that. Like, would you take
Mm.
it? And I said to a couple people, that's an interesting trade because it will give us another need because we need a corner too. We definitely
Mm.
severely need a second corner. So now you have 2 great young corners in him and Deontay Banks, which would be really good. A big, huge boost for our secondary. That still has a lot of questions around it. My
Mm-hmm.
only issue with that is we've seen how the Giants GM Joe Shane values secondary. He sees
Yep.
secondary as luxury positions. So if you're going to trade for Sertan and he continues to ball the way he's been balling, and then you have Deontay Banks on the inside the way he's going to potentially could be a baller, are you going to pay them when the time comes?
Probably
Or are
not.
you or are you going to just be like, oh, you're in a lucky position. I got 2 good years out of you. That was worth me moving down from 6 to 12, and
Yeah.
then like that's my only issue with that move. Like you can't sit up here and say you're going to be a luxury position, and then you want to go get this guy who's going to probably be a top 5 corner in the next couple seasons, and then if he's not already is, and then Banks was one of the best young corners in the game last year as a rookie, and then sit up here and be like, I have to pay both these guys, along with
Yep.
along with the fact that I just paid Brian Burns, I paid Dex, I gotta pay KT. Okariki has a good deal. Like,
Yeah.
so
You can't pay everybody. You definitely can't pay everybody.
no, and it's like I can't bring in Brian Burns, and this is gonna be year 3 of KT. I'm not gonna sit up here and bring Brian Burns and burn KT to bring in Sertan. Like, I can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you live by your pass rush, so it's like you're not gonna get a 2-year loan of an All Pro corner and just let him walk.
Yeah.
Like, and to move down to 12, and if you're at 12, you're still on the board, and this is the Giants board, like, it's like, where are you going unless you're going to go get a corner here that's going to be on that 4-year rookie corner deal, and you're starting him and Banks opposite each other. It's tough. It's a tough trade to make. So,
Yeah.
For the Broncos, I really want to be chaotic here. I'm looking at corner, I'm looking at end, and what are the corners? They only have 12 right now.
Mm-hmm. They don't even got it. I don't think they got a second or a third, honestly. Like
Do
they really ain't got nothing.
Do they not? Wow. If the Broncos don't, I have to look that up now.
The Broncos have 12, 76, 121, 136, 145, 147, 203, and 207.
So they don't have a second rounder.
Nope.
Well, we're gonna be chaotic then. That's what we're gonna
Oh.
do. We're gonna go,
Oh.
we're gonna go cause another big rift in this whole thing. But yeah.
Oh, you bastard. I knew you were going to do that.
We're just gonna cause more chaos.
I felt it coming. I felt it
Uh,
coming.
hey, he's a first round lock now, right? He's not so far from
I
the top
mean,
four. Let's put him
honestly, you know, it's not crazy. It's not crazy.
He's a first round lock. Every report saying so. Why not? If he's a first round lock, and you think he's a franchise guy, why not go get him?
Mm-hmm. So, I think this one to me is easy enough. Go to the wide receivers real quick.
Got you. Receivers.
Yeah, I think it's pretty simple. I'm gonna give them Brian Burns here. I mean Brian Thomas. Brian Burns. Brian Thomas here.
Brian Thomas off the board. And I'm gonna just go chalk here.
Mm-hmm. Olu.
Yep.
And since like the Colts were patient, they got a guy that they wanted. I'm gonna give them Mitchell here.
Quignon.
Yep.
I like that. And the Seahawks.
We talked about him earlier. This is why I don't think he's gonna make it to the Cowboys. This is exactly why I don't think he's gonna make it to the Cowboys.
You think they go JPJ here?
Hmm?
You think they go JPJ here?
No, I think they could either go Graham Barton or Troy Fatnow.
Oh,
especially because Fatnow is right from Washington, so it's like
he's moving up the road. Even that's exactly what I was looking at too. They're gonna go Troy here.
Position versatility. So Chicago moved down from 9, and let me see. They took Caleb. They moved down. The wide receivers here are not great, so I'm just gonna help that defense, and I'm gonna give them Latu.
Ooh. Ah, you bastard. Right before freaking well, you have the Rams anyway, so it don't matter. All right. Yeah, it don't matter. All right. The Bengals finally would hopefully the Bengals finally what it seems like they have their tackles. They finally think they have their bookend tackles. So I'm gonna go away from the offensive line here. Interesting because Tyler Boyd's gone. There's the whole thing with T. Higgins, but the receiver class is deep enough that I think they have a second round pick, right? I'm pretty sure they have a second round pick.
Let me check
that? But I want to say second round pick at this point.
Yeah, they got 49.
Okay, yeah. So I ain't even gonna worry about giving them a receiver right now. I'm pretty sure somebody like a Troy Franklin or somebody will be there. So yeah, I'll move away from that. I'm gonna go defense and give them who I'm pretty sure everybody thinks is the best inside guy of the draft. I'm gonna give them Byron Murphy here.
Yeah, I figured that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the only thing I can say here is I think that this pick I think the Rams are going to trade out of the first round. That's my crazy prediction. With who? Couldn't tell you.
Don't know.
Couldn't tell you. So I'm not gonna do it. I couldn't fucking tell you. But if they stick and pick, I'm gonna give. I forgot what the heck his name was. Their inside guy, Kobe. It's like right at the tip of my. I don't remember what the hell his name is. He played next to Aaron, and he killed this year. Kobe Turner.
Okay.
Losing Aaron Donald is huge, but I think the Rams probably need more edge help than they do inside guy help. Actually, they really just need pass rush, if I'm not wrong. It's not really about
I
a
mean, you need a
specific
corner.
position.
Carry on there too.
They do need corner, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
How many picks do they have this year? That is a question. They also have a second round pick. Yeah, I feel like the drop off in corner is way deeper than the drop off on the defensive line. So I'm just gonna give them Terrion Arnold here, just because best corner available.
Yeah.
Just makes sense.
Um.
I hate this. I fucking hate this so much
Why do you hate this?
because the Dolphins are going. I'm gonna have to pick for the Dolphins, and they're going to get a really, really good player.
You gonna give him Johnny Newton?
I might.
Or you gonna give him Verse?
Yeah, like you can pick. You can pick and choose at this point.
Pretty much. I think Brett's gonna win here either way. But I want to give them Latham just because I feel like Latham is more of the downhill blocker type, and I think they need to get a little better at their run game. I know like they were decent run last year. I don't think they can go wrong either way. I know he likes Mims.
Well, I mean, I think Mims because the Georgia connection.
Also true. Also true. I mean, I don't think they can go wrong either way here. You got he's gonna get what he wants either way. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna Latham.
Okay. This might actually be where I go because I can go one of like three directions, truthfully. But they did just lose major interior. So, and I know you're gonna love this because screw the Cowboys. I'm gonna give them Graham Barton.
Ooh, Graham
I'm gonna give them Graham Barton.
The Dolphins.
Yeah. They need inside help, and he has 5-position versatility. He's played everywhere. I just think it makes sense.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hate this, but I'm gonna give the Eagles the Nate Wiggins.
Nate Wiggins. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
I know they need some O-line too, but they have needed a corner for a while. I mean, you got they still got Slay, but Slay was on a 1-year deal. He's a little older. Bradbury's a little older, same thing. They both kind of came off down years. Slay was getting ready to walk out. They resigned him at like the stroke of midnight to bring him back. So
I remember that.
Yeah, so he was saying his goodbyes. He posted all over social media, and then was like, "Oh, never mind, I'm staying here to stay." So like, all right, let's just give them a corner, somebody that's going to come up after those two. So that's where I'm at with that.
This one again is tough because you took Penix, who was supposedly supposed to be the hope here.
You got another man on the board. If you want to get crazy,
I feel like we get laughed at if I made that pick. We get definitely get laughed at that pick. Then again, the way I see it is a lot of the guys that they have on the roster right now. Well, one, you have Jacoby, so I'm not that terribly worried about it. He's gonna start. He's not terrible.
I always wanted the Giants to sign him as just like a bridge, a game manager bridge type.
Yeah.
Always.
So
I always like that guy for some reason. Never had him on the team.
Especially considering I got the weapon. Let me see the corners real quick. So I know they just took a corner last year. I don't know if I want to take Kool-Aid this early.
Which is crazy to say.
Yeah, I know. I think they just lost their left tackle, if I'm not mistaken.
Who was that? Trenton Brown?
Trent Brown. Didn't he just sign with the Bengals this year? They just signed with the Bengals. So I'm gonna give them Huh?
Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
No receiver? He's a little too high for AD, baby.
Yeah. And again, who do they have that's going to throw to Xavier Worthy? Kobe don't got that, fam.
Stop
We
eating on
know
my boy.
that.
Stop
We
eating on
know
my
that.
boy.
We know that.
Eating on my boy
So
Jacoby.
I'm not hating on him. I'm just being real. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna give them because let me see the quarterbacks real quick because I know the next guy is Bo Nix, but maybe I'm missing somebody.
And Rattlers after him.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give him Marius Mims.
Okay. All right. Cowboys hate you because they definitely defeated him. But hey, I'm all for that pick.
Oh. The
But
Pats probably hate me too, but
probably
I love I hate. I'm
I'm
good
gonna
with
give
that.
them JPJ. I'm gonna give them their guy,
Okay.
give them the starting center for the next probably 15 years. Give them who they want. At least from some people want him. So
Well, here I'm gonna. Huh.
I mean,
There's like two guys I'm really looking at. You know what? I'm gonna give him the pure guy, the steady guy. I'm gonna give him Kool-Aid here.
ooh. Well, you going Kool-Aid McKinstry here?
Yes, I'm going Kool-Aid.
Interesting. I don't want your forward board. Go away. I just want you to stop highlighting stuff. All right, Kool-Aid. And I am the Bucks. I'm running to the
Yeah,
board.
bro. Tampa Bay is dancing right now.
Full on sprint. Jared versus
Full
drop.
body
Like,
sprint. If
yeah.
I'm
Like,
honestly the Cardinals, I'm ecstatic right now because I believe I took the receiver with the 13. I'm sprinting this to the podium, taking Johnny Newton here.
yes, of course. Yes, we are. Like,
1,000% sprinting that one.
oh, yeah. There's not even a second thought about that. All
Nope.
right. If I'm the Bills, From the Bills, I'm thinking two things right here. Actually, funnily enough, the only person. So I'm looking at Chop, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
also looking at AD, and I'm also looking at Coop. And I'm looking at those three because the Bills love pass rush, so Chop always just makes sense. Bomb's
Mm-hmm.
getting old, and then people are getting older over there and everything. They need to just replenish. I'm looking at safety because
They
they
don't
lost.
have a wide receiver one, bro.
I
Like they
understand. They
don't
also
have
don't
wide receiver talent right now.
they also don't have safeties because they lost Poyer and Ham and Hyde. Like
Hey,
like
look, DeMar's still there.
yeah, DeMar's still there. He played what the last
5
like four
games,
games,
yep,
4 games of the
something like
year,
that.
5 games, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
you gotta can can AD or Xavier be your wide receiver one? Is my question
I think AD, given the right motivation, can be.
because
But
I
again,
think
if the reports are anything true, they thought Stefan was bad.
right, right, and I think and AD I think was because I think AD was technically number two on the text on the Longhorns,
Yes. Yes.
and this just feels like a very Bills pick to me.
Yeah, I figured that.
It feels very Bills-ish to me.
I'm gonna keep feeding the lightning rod at this point.
You
Just
go
ride
chop
the
it.
thunder. Yep, I'm gonna go chop there. Just ride
Yeah,
the thunder on that one.
I can full on see it. You go chop.
Chop and what's his face that they drafted a couple of years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, this one's interesting. Uh, we were talking about it before we got on, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna explain why. And we talked about it before we got on. I know
Mm-hmm.
a friend of mine is a Ravens fan. He would love to get AD Mitchell, and it's also I know if anybody you guys have probably seen the reports. I mean, again, we're talking about it, but with reports coming out that just now that the whole his diabetes and his kind of like his personality changes and he becomes like a pretty much like an asshole when he's low on blood sugar and everything. And so the main thing my friend of mine was saying, because again being a Ravens fan, he was saying that Mark Andrews has the same issue. He also has diabetes, and having somebody who's experienced in the game and dealing with and living life day to day with this kind of thing. Hopefully, he can be almost like a mentor to AD as far as staying on top of it, keeping it managed, keeping it and maintaining it at good levels, and hopefully that will contribute to better play. Give the Ravens somebody off on the field that can be a weapon for Lamar, and hopefully you get something out of that. Like, I mean, they have
Yep.
Zay on the side, so you get AD, who's also fast, who's also a bigger body, bigger target, and if
Mm-hmm.
Lamar can throw the ball too, because you don't know what's going on with like Bateman's. Where's Bateman at? Like, so
That's a fantastic question that none of us know the answer to.
no, so here's your last. Here you go. Where are you going?
I think this is easy enough. I'm gonna go Tyler Guyton here. They just keep feeding the pipeline, get another massive monster that's super athletic, and just keep the ball rolling for Brock Purdy. This is just not fair.
Yeah, I mean, with the 32nd pick, you get the 32nd ranked best player in the draft. I mean,
It is just not. It's not right. They
I mean,
they got rid of Tariq because whatever they get mini Tariq.
like, you get
And
rid
Pat
of
is like, oh, I can throw the ball again. Let's go.
Yeah.
I can throw the ball again.
Shoot,
Let's
how
go.
you think Travis Kelsey feels? Travis Kelsey's probably more happy than he is.
He's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, like
blocking.
I get triple teamed every play. And this whole thing with Rasheed Rice going on, you don't know what's gonna happen with him. Like,
Nope.
MVS is gone. I don't know if they signed anybody in free agency. Let's take a quick look at the Chiefs roster.
So we're gonna get the fastest. We're gonna pretty much hire the Flash.
We're just gonna be ignorant and just get the fastest receiver in the draft. Let's see. Marquise Brown. Okay, I forgot they got Hollywood Brown, Anthony Miller, Sky Moore, Justin Ross, Shy Smith. Okay. So you picked up Shy Smith along with Sky Moore, Anthony Miller, Marquise Brown, and now you add Xavier Worthy to that.
They literally just said, Patrick, we understand you've been riding with this old little rinky dink call. We just got you a bunch of Lambert. Like, we're either running the ball or we're throwing it 50 yards. There's no middle.
Track meet season. Like,
they pretty much is like, you know what? We kind of like what Miami did. We're gonna do that, but we're instead of having Tua, we're gonna have Pat Mahomes.
Like,
we're just gonna have fun with it.
Like, so we see your Tariq and your Waddle, and we raise you Kelsey, Worthy, Shy, Anthony. Like,
oh, Buffalo, can anybody catch over there? No.
Yeah. Like,
okay. You guys stay over there. Okay.
Cool. With a better offensive line and Isaiah Pacheco behind to run the ball. So,
yeah,
no big deal.
It's like if you try to guard our speed, we're just gonna beat you up with Isaiah Pacheco. And as soon as you guys is like, well, we got to stop Pacheco.
Okay. Like,
at your stations.
Yeah, like racers, start your engines. Like, we're just out. Like, straight, hand the baton off to the next guy. You want a touchdown? Okay, you go deep. Poof. Like,
imagine running a lateral with that team. Oh God! It's like, you know what, Travis, you sit back. Let's run an option route. Need you just motion across.
Oh, God.
Pass the pack. Pat passes back to Kelsey. Kelsey passes to another guy. He chucks another guy back. Goes another 15 yards. He gets caught. Chucks another guy back. Touchdown. You're not stopping that team. And new kick return rules. Game over.
Oh yeah.
Niggas is just taking turns doing kicker. Forget Patrick and Kelsey. They can rest like half the game. We just scoring kick return touchdowns.
Yo,
back to back.
Like, you come off a Super Bowl with nobody receivers, and you add Xavier Worthy. Like,
the rest of the league is like, bro, come on.
Yo. It was like the Eagles last year. They just sat there and got Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith, and everybody was like, "Can somebody else please take these people? Like, why are you just letting this happen?
Can we do something? Someone do something!"
Like, y'all went and took them, and then they set up here and they took N'Kobe Dean, and then they took freaking Keely Ringo. I was like, "Yo, you're just drafting Georgia? Like, what are you doing?"
They just gonna
recreate
that.
Was just like, Holy was like, "Oh yeah, they are on the board. shit. Like, dang. Like, I was like over here stressing as a Giants fan. Like, God, like, so bad,
Can
bro.
somebody take somebody else? Somebody on the other side of the country. Just take them.
Like,
I don't care if you need them. Take them.
them into Seattle. Take them over there. Get them away from me. Like, hey, just stressing. Like, yo, oh, good thing. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say good thing for this. Sucks to say that, but they haven't done too much yet. I mean, Jordan's done doing his thing, but like Nolan Smith and Kobe haven't done much yet. So
no. But I mean, with Fletcher finally retiring, you know Jordan's about to get unleashed.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I know.
And
that's why
I don't got because y'all don't have Saquon now, and it's just like, oh, y'all don't got the guy that's gonna make me miss. Got you.
That's why That's why Joe Shane went straight to free agency in Madden and was like, sign. Like 5 offense.
Because you know, first game against the Eagles, like 3 of them niggas is getting hurt off just twisted up legs. Just Jordan, go. Boom. Ah!
Literally sat here and went to free agency and filtered offensive line. It was just like, I don't care about receivers. Y'all can go over there. Quarterbacks over there. I don't care. So Illuminor, sign. Runyon, sign. We just going down the list, bro. We got some starters. We got some depth. We got some people that can compete. Like, we signed like 5.
We got guys we can call up on Sunday from the practice squad just in case we got injuries. We got everybody.
Just platoon styling this offensive line. I don't care. Somebody's gonna block these people. I don't care, bro.
Like, listen, bro, go for his legs. If you get kicked out, we got another guy. Correct. We'll pay your fine. It's okay.
My man is over it. Like the first time he was like, yeah, we'll just have a track meet. He went off and signed like 4 receivers last season. I was like, oh yeah, but you need somebody that can throw the ball and you need somebody that can block so he can throw the ball. Like now he's just like, I'm gonna make sure that you stand up for more than 1 second when you snap the ball. Like he's going O-line, and they're still talking about how the Giants are like still trying to add in the draft. Like we like Cooper Beebe the second round. Like, still going. Like
we're gonna make sure you can say set, hut, and take 3 steps.
Yes.
Like, make sure he can get into his 3-step drop and analyze the field.
Like Saquon was getting the handoff on the right hand and getting his jersey on his left side pulled like at the same time. Like, goodness gracious! At least Devin Singletary is going to be like, "Oh, I have some time,
I got space.
This is nice.
Space. Is that a hole? That's a big hole.
Yeah, right. Like
slide right on through here. Oh, this is a linebacker. It ain't that big.
Finally got something going on over here.
I got 15 yards.
And whoever is going to be our quarterback is going to enjoy it too. Shoot. Goodness.
Yeah, they're going to be like, yep. Like, hey, coach, you think I can pass it? No. Run the ball. No. Give it to Devin. Give it to Devin. Give it to Trey.
Yeah.
Give it to Trey.
I'm telling you, like, if we go, I don't know what we're going to do at 6. I have no clue. But if we go back in the second round and BB's on the board, Joe Shane is writing that card.
The card is already written. The card's been in Joe Shane's office for the last 2 weeks. He's like, hey,
they're gonna be like, yeah, trying to hand it off to assistants. Like, bro, the draft's not yet. Just take it.
Just take it. Just make sure that by the time our pick comes, you're standing next to Roger Goodell and can hand it in. We don't want anything else to come. We don't want calls. We don't want nothing.
No, we don't know what we're doing at pick 6, but with the 47th pick, bro, we're at pick 6. With the 47th pick, don't nobody else take
just get it out the way now.
Just get it out the way. This is my intent. Don't take him, or I'm coming to your organization. Like, I don't, bro. Latu could be on the board at 47. Joe Shane's gonna be like,
BB.
BB. The only is gonna mess
BB.
If it only is gonna mess him up is if BB's on the board and Graham Barton's gonna be on the board. He's gonna be like, I can't take both. Like, he's gonna be so messed up.
He's gonna be like, okay, can I trade up to the pick behind me? Can I get back to back?
The rest of his draft, he's just like, I need 47 and 48. BB and Graham Barton, take them. Done. He can be sitting there undrafted free agents already calling people like, bro, like,
they gonna walk
into the round. You're not getting
room and it's gonna be in the room only. Like, yeah, the rookies, stand in the back.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna get to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna get
Mm-hmm.
to you.
I brought in about 22 new people, so
Yeah,
trust me.
nah, you got them little desk. You
Mhm.
guys go sit.
At least I got a desk. Got behind me sitting room only. That's it.
Your man's
That's
up against the wall taking notes.
it. Yo, can I use your back?
Let me let
Yeah,
me let me get your calf real quick. Hold on.
yeah. Yo, I gotta get out of here.
Like we got some space on the side. You guys can sit in a
Oh
circle
my god.
style.
Yeah. There you go, guys. Here's our final mock for Thursday night. Oh man.
But for the record, we did try everything possible for the Giants to move to 4, but this
Yo,
thing would not allow
y'all
it to happen.
literally watched me. Like I gave a whole draft up, and they're just like, "Nah, I'm good, fam. That's too many
But
picks."
the Raiders, oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You know
Like,
what I think too? It's like an NFC team. No, absolutely not.
yeah,
AFC team?
exactly. As I said, get him out of
Yeah.
here. They don't want him in the conference. I don't think Verse ain't falling that far, but
No.
that's the only thing. Like, I don't think Verse is gonna go that far down. But other than that, I think it's pretty. I think
I mean, again, I think Chicago would probably take Verse over Latu, but I just think Latu's a more polished prospect.
fair.
And I just don't see I don't see anywhere else where like an edge would go. Because that's the thing about this draft is that so many teams need so much offensive talent, and they're like, can we get away with the defensive talent we have now? Sure. So let's plus the class is where if you push certain guys back, the class of the second and third round, we can get solid edges. We don't need to get these guys.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
very true. All right, guys. Well, again, thanks for watching. We will watch all the madness unfold Thursday night. We will be on live streaming, so we hope you guys join us and in the madness and catch our reactions. As always, like, comment, subscribe, give us a follow on all our socials. Gonna push for our first. We're not. It's crazy because we put up stuff, but we don't be pushing stuff on YouTube like that. We be on Facebook like our bread and butter. Really. So I want to say we're pushing for our first 150 subscribers, but it is what it is. This is for fun. We enjoy what we do. It really is it. We don't turn this to a job. Keep something we love. So until then, Nosebleed section. See you guys Thursday. Have a good rest of your day, man.